Good morning. Let's take a look at yesterday. Brighton-Brentford. Both teams to score 100%. Brighton record. So what are you going to do when Brentford score the first goal via a penalty? Take a chance and take them on. Hopefully you got on. It was a very quick equaliser. Could have laid the draw second half. And job done. Palace and Bournemouth. Didn't really have a strong opinion here, as befits 2.3, the favourite. But Bournemouth are continuing their healthy goal-scoring record, and I would have fancied them, I think. Crystal Palace a little goal shy in front of goal. Bournemouth on a recent run, particularly at home, of scoring 3 goals in wins. So they are on a bit of a confident run at the moment, Bournemouth, and they do have goals in them against the right team. And Palace certainly the right team with their very blunt attack. For old Wilf Zaha off to Galatasaray. Fulham and Nottingham Forest. Well, not much you can do here. No real trading angle. Nottingham Forest a little goal shy. Second consecutive match now for Nottingham Forest that they've failed to score in. That should sound the alarm bells. They desperately need Nigerian Awoniyi returning. Liverpool and Sheffield United. Well, Liverpool avoided what happened to Manchester City against Sheffield United, a very late equaliser at 0-1. Good performance from the Blades, keeping Liverpool quiet for the vast proportion of the match at 0-1, still giving themselves a chance all the way to the 94th minute. And a good evening, to be honest, if your defender is scoring for Liverpool. And a pat on the back for the Blades for keeping all of those stars quiet. And second consecutive match now, Mohamed Salah hasn't scored, so watch out for him in upcoming matches. Aston Villa 1, Man City 0. This is the second consecutive match that I've told you to take on Manchester City at short odds. This is a top 4 clash, for goodness sake. The market's completely ignored that and gone with 1.67 Manchester City. It's also completely ignored Aston Villa's top 4 place and their 3+ goal habit at home. Exceptional win for Aston Villa. Laying the draw second half, the obvious ploy. I did put that up on Telegram, and I personally had a bit of fun with a 2-2, a 3-2 and a 2-3 at huge odds. We're talking hundreds. 34 for the 2-2 and 100 plus for the others, just in case these two started igniting. But a brilliant performance. That's why Aston Villa are top 4. And that's why top 4 clashes can be derby-style matches. Talking of derby-style matches, Manchester United against Chelsea. 2.45 favourite Chelsea, but a much better or more confident-looking Manchester United lineup. Missing the incredible sulk Marcus Rashford. Højlund back. Young Garnacho with his enthusiasm back. Anthony back. And when he performs, he performs. Scott McTominay gets goals for Scotland when they need them. Gets goals for Man United when they need him. Scored both goals yesterday. Superb performance for Man United. This is probably one of the big reasons. Rashford out. Much better look to the side. Much better work ethic. Much better attitude. He's back. Garnacho's getting a regular run. Anthony's back. And if they can get a tune out of Anthony, then it will look very good. And Højlund, I hope, will just keep Rashford out for a little bit longer. Villarreal and Maccabi Haifa. Villarreal don't need to win, already qualified. That 0-0 was tempting to take on because they were dominating this match against Maccabi Haifa, but they're already qualified. Marseille and Lyon. Lyon continue having a poor season. Easy as you like for Marseille. Above their expectation. This is one of our banker bets in the deep dive spreadsheet. And the deep dive spreadsheet can focus your attention on matches with the most angles, such as yesterday, 7:30 onwards. Now, if you were to focus purely on the matches that appear in the deep dive spreadsheet, chronological order section, then you won't go far wrong. So I think it was good performances yesterday. These avoiding collecting draws. You could lay any late draw, for example, or you could lay Liverpool 0-1 up in the hope that Sheffield United get the draw. But the in-play stats were certainly not in Liverpool's favourite. 3 consecutive home score draws for Brighton. Of course, you can use that stat to take on Brentford. So I do hope this will provide some useful angles for you, and it will break the research down into its various elements. It will just help you out. So I want to get one of these done for a Saturday and a Sunday as well. It's quite a task. In the Eredivisie, these are matches to be finished. So we don't know anything about that. RK Valvik and Ajax to be finished as well. So we'll get back to that. Cup matches, well, they're much of a muchness. I put forward a few cup matches for you yesterday, and it's up to you whether you play them or not. One example is FC Copenhagen losing to Silkeborg 0-2. That's what we're flirting with. Are they up for the cup or not? We had the same story with Fiorentina. It looks obvious with their downing tools yesterday, Fiorentina, that they certainly were not up for the cup. So you're flirting with disaster. I think this must have been... Or did they come back? Oh, there we go. Well, it took us a while. But laying Parma so early, I was expecting Fiorentina to be doing a bit more of their work between the 23rd and 90th minute, not keeping it to the 83rd. But brilliant performance if you stayed in with that lay of Parma at 1.65. Back of Fiorentina about sixes or 6.5. Well, you'd have got that lay of Parma in. It took a while, but very good. Do watch out for these. Underdogs scoring or leading 0-2 very, very early in the match. Don't forget, of course, you could do your both teams to score no option, particularly with an early lead for an underdog before half-time. Both teams to score no odds will be fairly high, and they will cover an abundance of scorelines for you. On to today. And don't forget the Norwegian Elite Series. I put that forward as well for you. Valaranga, the side from the Elite Series, and getting the best of Kristiansund, laying the draw second half in a match with need. These sides need to win. Looking on to today, Everton against Newcastle. It's interesting. The market especially has Newcastle at 2.3 favourite. It's giving Everton a chance here. This is an Everton for whom every single match is a relegation 6-pointer. Now they've been dropped 10 points. We've got a loss and a win so far, post 10-point drop. I don't know why Newcastle's such lukewarm favourite. Only one loss in 10 for Newcastle came against Bournemouth. Only one win in 6 matches for them, though, came against Sheffield United. So poor away form may be the reason behind the odds. They've conceded 2+ goals in 3 consecutive away matches of the Geordies. Far, far better at home, aren't they? I'm not sure how to approach this match, given it's a relegation 6-pointer for Everton, as they all are from here on in. Newcastle are in recent good form, but they are poor away from form. So certainly a watching brief. No strong pre-match angles from me. Tottenham against West Ham already. It's a London derby, so just be a little cautious with derby-style matches. Teams can, well, form lines can certainly be muddied a little. 3 defeats and a 3-3 draw against Man City for the Spuds. Amazing. These sequences end quickly. That 3 defeat sequence and against Manchester City for it to end. Good performance from Tottenham. They scored in all home matches, but lost 1-4 against Chelsea and 1-2 against Aston Villa latest. They've scored in all matches and scored and conceded in their last 5 matches of Tottenham. 5th against 9th in the league. West Ham yet to beat a top 6 side. 3 losses and a draw. Both teams scoring. So that could be damning this evening. Do please remember, derby matches, geographical in this case, and derby-style matches, such as Man United and Chelsea, can be very hard to unpick pre-match. Better attacked via the in-play stats. For me, Tottenham look a little more robust season long. I would just slightly give them the nod. West Ham, for example, are yet to beat a top 6 side, as I say, but both teams do tend to score, but without them winning. French Ligue 1, Brest against Strasbourg. 4 defeats for Brest, 3 came away from home. 2-3 loss against PSG at home. It's good home form, so they'll be a little buoyant today. Only 6 over 2.5 goal matches for Brest, so it's obvious that their defence is their strength. But they have scored 3 goals in the last 2 matches, so it can unlock a goal or 2 at their best. Brest are unbeaten home and away against 10th and lower, and they play 15th today. 5 out of 6 goals conceded at home have come first half. So if they are vulnerable, Brest, it is in the first half. Only 3 wins for Strasbourg. They've failed to score that second goal in 8 consecutive matches. 7th against 15th. Strasbourg have lost all matches against the top 8. Is that pattern going to continue this evening? As I say, I like Brest's home form, only losing to Paris Saint-Germain, a battling performance. They should remain unbeaten against 10th and lower and playing 15th today. PSV against Heerenveen. Look at the odds. 1.14 for PSV. 100% wins so far this season. What of a rare breed with 100% wins this deep into a season. 13 consecutive over 2.5 goals. 2+ goals scored in the last 14. Led at half-time, 6 out of 7. Tick, 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 all the boxes. 9 goals scored, 46th to 60th minute as well. So if they are vulnerable at half-time, PSV, they tend to correct it very quickly at the beginning of the second half. 4 wins in the last 5 matches for Heerenveen. After 5 consecutive away losses, Heerenveen have won their last away match. Stick with PSV until they lose. Expect goals before half-time for PSV and 2+ goals. Feyenoord against Volendam, 1.03 for Feyenoord. That means you bet £100 to win £3. I'm going to stick my neck out here, and I think Feyenoord could edge this one. 6-1 and 4-0 home wins for Feyenoord against 15th and lower. They play second bottom today. 10 goals in 2 matches against 15th and lower. That's our expectation for today. 1.03 odds. You're expecting at least a goal before half-time. The absolute ideal in this case. If it's 0-0 after 20 minutes, back 1-0, 2-0. Any unquoted in the half-time score market for Feyenoord. We're expecting an absolute avalanche of goals as well. Anything other than that, start taking action. There are some other smatterings of matches throughout the coupon as well. Let's take a quick look through. Probably some cup matches. Beveren, Royal Union Saint-Gilloise in European club competition action. Union Saint-Gilloise, they're 1.36 favourites away from home. Anderlecht and Standard Liège, 1.57 for Anderlecht. There were some angles in the Belgian Cup yesterday, but it's always a trust issue, isn't it, with the Cup? Do you trust it? The Danish Landspokal Cup, 2.63 and 2.15, the favourites suggest that just taking a back seat with that particular competition. In Greece, we've got Levadiakos, 1.72 favourite at home, and one of the big guns, PAOK Thessaloniki, 1.11 favourite at home at 5 o'clock. That might be one on the radar. Anything else? Let's have a quick look. Polish Cup, Lech Poznan, familiar name, just a shade of odds on. Piasklevici, 1.2 favourite away from home at 11 a.m. for you early starters. Romanian Cup throughout the day as well. Just an element of caution with that one. So I'd like to stick predominantly with league football. We've got the Copa del Rey. We had some good plays yesterday from the big guns who obviously went on and won. One of them I missed yesterday, and I'm really gutted I didn't pass this on to you. Real Betis were playing Villanovenza yesterday, 1-0 to Betis. And I was staring at this thinking, they could go on and win this. About here, 85th plus minute, and off they go. Julio Iglesias getting the 93rd minute winner for them. Absolutely gutted I missed that, because you make your big money in football trading at the end of the first half and at the end of the second half if what you expect comes to fruition. So an amazing performance from Betis. Watch out for something like that today from one of the big guns like Atletico Bilbao against Caen, for example. If they're 1-0 down late on, I would do the same. Girona flying high. Watch out for them against Orihuela, who will come from a very, very low tier. Celta Vigo as well. That's all at 8 o'clock. Possibilities for these big guns. And as is usually the case, the odds-on favourite in the Copa del Rey tends to be in the away side. Turkish Cup, early starts, 10 a.m. Manisa, Sivasspor, Gaziantepspor and Karaguku, Rizaspor and Başakşehirspor are all odds-on favourite at home. So it's a change from the Copa del Rey, isn't it? Cup matches, I'll treat with kid gloves. We've got a smattering of Elite League matches a bit later on. I hope to be with you later on to capture some of the odds movement. But we do have some tough matches, don't we? 2.3 the favourite for Newcastle. We've got a London derby. What I do like is Brest's form at home. PSV should get the better of Heerenveen quite easily. And Feyenoord, we're expecting goals galore in that match. 20-minute rule applies for PSV and Feyenoord. See you later on at Footballtradingprofits.club for a live chat. Have a great day.